Welcome back to the very first Q&A session that I'm hosting for the Metronome here. I'm Sawan and the Metronome is my song blog where I write and sing my original songs based on a wide variety of subjects. So diving into the next question, which is from Chil Murtaza. Hi Chil, am I pronouncing your name correctly? So, tips for vloggers. Wow, that's a nice set of questions there. So let me go through all of them one by one. What equipment do I use? Okay, let's start with the beginning of the process, the writing. I use my phone, my trusted steed, my iPhone in its notepad form for most of my writing because my phone goes with me wherever I go. I will sometimes take out any scrap of paper or diary or whatever's lying around to scribble on it. There has been one interesting occasion where I was attending a Vipassana meditation camp and we were not allowed to have anything to write with or any kind of gadget with us, and because I was a lousy meditator and was not able to focus my mind in the right places, this song, Mutta Roast, it sort of was hovering around in my head. I don't know why.
Mutta roast, mutta roast, mutta roast, mutta roast. Onions fried in coconut oil for a taste of the Malabar coast.
For some reason, I was thinking about the lyrics of the song and I actually had absolutely nothing to write down those lyrics with. So I had no option but to sort of try and retain the words in my head until the last day of the meditation camp when we were given a feedback form to fill up, which I didn't fill up, which I turned over and quickly scribbled my lyrics on and carried back with me. That is as far as the writing process goes. For the composition, here I am in my studio, as you can see. I use a couple of Rode mics to record my songs with, and I use Logic Pro for the music production part. Let me give you a quick spin around in my studio. I think you might already be familiar with this place because I do a lot of my shoots here as well, including the On Tomorrowland one, which is, I think, the first vlog of mine which you saw, right? Moving on to the shooting process. When I started the Metronome, I was using a Canon G7X, which unfortunately I left behind on a connecting train somewhere in France. So now what I use is a Sony RX100. Of course, what I like about both these vlogging cameras is the flippable selfie screen, which allows me to, self-correct and self-adjust and correct my frame and figure out what's happening behind me. And in fact, I'm using the Sony RX100 to have this Q&A session right now. I will, on occasion, use my GoPro Hero 7 Black when I anticipate a lot of jerkiness and a lot of instability, or when I need a wider frame of vision than usual, or where there's water involved. Those are the cameras which I've been using so far. CB, on the other hand, has a much larger list of cameras that he uses. I've written these down. He has till now used a Sony A6500, a DJI Osmo Plus gimbal, an Olympus OMG EM5, a Fuji X-H1. He changes cameras a lot. Actually, you would have more in common with him. I love your pictures on Instagram, so I guess you're a camera nerd yourself. I do all my editing on Adobe Premiere Pro. CB, by the way, is the tech behind Metronome. He's my mentor and guide, and I blindly follow whatever he asks me to use in terms of equipment, hardware, software, because he is able to anticipate my creative and technical requirements about 10 steps before I'm even aware of them myself. So he is the tech behind the Metronome. Moving on to your next question, which is how long does it take to get the song written? This doesn't take time at all, Chill. It could be as little as an hour or less. Couple of hours max a day. As long as the basic groundwork is done and the research is done and my fact checking is all in place, the basic draft shouldn't take more than a day. I will, of course, spend many days tinkering with the first draft, and changes keep happening right till the last minute. Very often, even till after I've sung it and recorded it, I will go back and make a change because I've thought of a better option for something. But the essential draft shouldn't take it'll take anything between an hour and a day, I'd say. So, next you want to know, do I ideate first and then write the song, or is it the other way around? Interesting question. I think, again, I'll have to say it depends on the nature of the vlog and the subject that I'm covering. Of course, if it's a recipe song, I try and write the song first. But, at the same time, the ideation is never really divorced from the process of writing. It's like I have a parallel, track running in my head, simultaneously thinking the visuals and the audio together, because I know that I have to have decent, interesting supporting footage for any bit of music, any pause, any musical flourish that I have. Otherwise, it's just going to be boring to look at. So I think it's a simultaneous process, But again, wherever possible and wherever I have the luxury of controlling the situation, I like to work out the song beforehand. But of course, if it's something like a travel vlog, there again, it's a whole different story. This is a situation where I like to be, surprised by situations and by places, and I like to be spontaneous. And there the most important thing is to be flexible and adaptable, and to be able to think on your feet and to react spontaneously to situations, preferably in an absolutely unprepared way. There are situations, where I would write something and land up on the actual location to find that what I've written doesn't work at all, and there I have to, be open to making changes, as many changes as required, or sometimes even scrap entirely what I've written. Like typically, there was this time when we landed up at the London Tower Bridge, and I had written these lines which referenced the London Bridge is Falling Down poem. And just before the shoot started, I don't know, something struck me, and I told CB, just hang on, let me just cross-check and verify that the bridge in the poem is, in fact, the Tower Bridge. And sure enough, when I checked again, I found that it was an entirely different bridge that the poem was talking about. It wasn't the Tower Bridge at all. So I had to tell him, wait, we can't do the shoot at all. And he was like, what are you saying? We are here at the Tower Bridge and you want to just scrap the shoot? Can't we shoot something? So I said, just give me a while, let me just sit down, put on Bengali Auntie's thinking monkey cap and try and come up with some lines that, she would typically sing in a situation like this.
The Tower Bridge of London is very famous sight. It is smaller than the Howrah Bridge and also less in height.
So, yeah, I would say that there is no set specific formula, one formula that we apply to all vlogs. And the process keeps changing, keeps evolving. And I would say the only thing that is constant is a need for adaptability and, to think on your feet and to be absolutely and totally flexible and open-minded at all times. And I think that is why the process of creating the vlogs was so much fun for us, and that's what sort of keeps us going. I hope that answers your question, Shil. For those of you watching, I'm Sawan, hosting my first Q&A session for the Metronome, which is my song blog, where I write and sing my original songs based on a wide variety of subjects. You can watch these vlogs and listen to the songs by subscribing to my YouTube channel or by following me at Facebook. If you have any questions at all about my vlogging process or about anything else, write into me and I'll address your questions on a future Q&A session. Till then, stay safe. Take care.